Some people struggle their entire lives for money, while others receive it with ease. This is not luck, not favoritism, and not talent. It is the result of ancient spiritual laws most people unknowingly violate every single day. Money does not respond to exhaustion, long hours, or constant struggle. It responds to alignment. This is one of the most misunderstood truths about wealth. Many people believe that effort alone is the key, so they push harder, sacrifice more, and still feel stuck. Ancient spiritual understanding explains that when a person's inner world is divided, money flow becomes divided as well. Alignment means that thoughts, emotions, intentions, and actions are moving in the same direction. When a person wants wealth, but secretly fears it, envies others, or associates money with stress and corruption, an inner contradiction is created. That contradiction quietly blocks financial movement. Inner alignment begins with clarity. When a person is clear about why they want money and what they will do with it, energy stops leaking. Confusion weakens attraction. People who seem to receive money effortlessly are often very clear internally. They are not desperate. They are not chasing. Their inner state is calm, focused, and steady. This calmness is not laziness, it is coherence. Ancient teachings explain that when the inner and outer worlds agree, provision follows naturally, just as a shadow follows a body in sunlight. Another part of alignment is emotional neutrality toward money. When money is placed on a pedestal or treated as a source of fear, power is given away. Some people worship money, others resent it, but both attitudes create imbalance. Those who attract wealth easily tend to see money as a tool, not a master. Because they are not emotionally reactive, their decisions are cleaner. They do not sabotage opportunities through panic or greed. Their energy remains stable, and stability invites trust, partnerships, and long-term growth. Alignment also includes lifestyle harmony. When daily actions contradict long-term intentions, money flow weakens. For example, a person may desire abundance but live in constant disorder, broken promises, and inconsistency. Ancient wisdom teaches that disorder on the inside creates disorder on the outside. Wealth requires containers, and alignment builds those containers. Simple habits like honoring commitments, maintaining balance, and respecting time silently train the mind to receive more responsibility. Money follows responsibility because responsibility signals readiness. When alignment is present, effort feels lighter. This is why some people work less yet achieve more. They are not forcing outcomes, they are cooperating with unseen systems. Opportunities arrive through conversations, timing, and intuition rather than struggle. This does not mean they do nothing. It means their actions are precise rather than desperate. Precision always outperforms pressure. The second spiritual law is worthiness, and it is far more powerful than talent or intelligence. Many people unknowingly reject money because deep inside they do not believe they deserve it. This belief is often formed early through words heard, experiences lived, or comparisons made. If someone grows up hearing that rich people are greedy, that money corrupts, or that wanting more is selfish, the mind absorbs these ideas as truth. Later in life, when opportunities appear, the subconscious steps in and quietly pushes them away. Worthiness is not about arrogance or entitlement. It is about inner permission. People who receive money easily have given themselves permission to receive. They do not feel guilty for wanting comfort, security, or freedom. They understand that abundance does not make them less spiritual or less moral. In fact, ancient wisdom teaches that refusing abundance can also be a form of imbalance because it rejects provision that could be used for growth and contribution. Lack of worthiness often shows up as self-sabotage. A person may earn more and then suddenly make poor decisions, attract unnecessary problems, or lose motivation. This is not bad luck. It is an internal correction mechanism, trying to bring life back to a familiar level. The mind seeks consistency. If someone believes they are only worthy of struggle, ease will feel uncomfortable, and discomfort will be recreated unconsciously. Those who are at peace with receiving do not apologize for success. They do not hide blessings or shrink themselves to make others comfortable. They remain grounded, but they do not resist good things. This acceptance sends a powerful signal to life: there is room here. When there is room, things arrive. Another hidden aspect of worthiness is how a person treats what they already have. Ancient teachings emphasize that how you receive small things determines whether larger things stay. If someone neglects what is already present, it signals unreadiness. Respecting current resources, no matter how limited, builds internal dignity. Dignity is closely connected to worthiness. When a person respects themselves, their time, and their possessions, wealth recognizes a safe place to land. Comparison also damages worthiness. Constantly measuring oneself against others creates either envy or inferiority, both of which weaken attraction. Those who attract wealth effortlessly tend to stay focused on their own path. They are inspired by others but not threatened. This inner security strengthens their sense of deserving without needing validation. Ultimately, worthiness is restored through conscious awareness. When a person realizes that abundance is not taken from others, but flows through systems designed for expansion, guilt dissolves. When money is seen as energy meant to move, not to be hoarded or feared, the heart opens. An open heart does not chase, it allows. When alignment and worthiness exist together, effort transforms. Work becomes expression rather than survival. Money arrives through doors that once seemed invisible. This is why ancient spiritual laws emphasize inner states before external actions. The outer world is only responding. Change the inner agreement, and the response changes automatically. Wealth is not random. It follows structure. Ancient spiritual understanding teaches that money moves toward order the same way water moves toward a clear channel. When life is disorganized, inconsistent, and careless, financial flow becomes unstable. Many people pray for abundance, but live in patterns that quietly repel it. Order is not about perfection, it is about alignment between values and behavior. When priorities are clear and actions are consistent, life responds with support. Spiritual order begins internally. A scattered mind produces scattered results. When thoughts jump from fear to desire to doubt, energy fragments. People who experience steady provision tend to think in sequences rather than chaos. They plan, they commit, and they follow through. This mental order creates trust, not only in relationships but in unseen systems that respond to reliability. Ancient wisdom describes order as a form of respect for life itself. When life is respected, it returns favor. Order also shows itself in boundaries. Many people struggle financially because they allow constant leakage of time, energy, and attention. Saying yes to everything, tolerating disorder, and avoiding responsibility all weaken structure. Those who attract stability are selective. They protect their time, manage their commitments, and understand that boundaries are not selfish, but necessary. Money requires boundaries because without them, resources drain faster than they arrive. Another aspect of order is integrity. Integrity is when actions match words, even when no one is watching. This creates inner strength. Ancient teachings suggest that provision is linked to trustworthiness. When a person proves capable of handling small responsibilities with honesty, larger ones appear naturally. Wealth is not just given, it is entrusted. A life built on integrity becomes a safe vessel for expansion. Physical order also matters. The state of one's environment reflects inner discipline. A neglected space often mirrors neglected intention. People who experience financial ease often maintain a level of care in their surroundings. This is not about luxury but attentiveness. Care signals readiness. When what is already present is treated with respect, more is allowed to enter. Order creates predictability, and predictability creates stability. Stability attracts opportunity. People prefer to work with, invest in, and support those who are consistent. Ancient wisdom emphasizes that abundance flows through systems, not impulses. Systems are built through order. When daily routines support long-term goals, wealth stops being accidental and starts becoming repeatable. The fourth law is value consciousness. Money does not respond to need. It responds to usefulness. Many people focus on how much they want, while those who attract wealth focus on how much they can give. This shift in focus changes everything. When the mind becomes occupied with solving problems, improving lives, or making things easier for others, wealth follows as a natural consequence. Value consciousness begins with self-development. Ancient teachings highlight that increasing inner capacity increases external reward. Skills, wisdom, reliability, and emotional intelligence all increase value. People who invest in becoming better do not chase money, they become magnetic to it. The market, in any era, rewards those who bring clarity, solutions, and excellence. Another part of value is perspective. Those who attract abundance see opportunities where others see obstacles. They ask different questions. Instead of asking, "How can I earn more?" they ask, "How can I be more useful?" This mindset transforms work into service. Service creates connection, and connection creates flow. Money is simply one expression of that flow. Value is also multiplied through consistency. A single act of usefulness is helpful, but repeated usefulness builds trust. Trust is one of the highest forms of value. When people trust someone, they return, refer, and rely on them. Ancient wisdom teaches that trust creates long-term provision, while shortcuts create temporary gain followed by loss. Another hidden aspect of value consciousness is humility. People who are truly valuable do not need to announce it. They let results speak. This quiet confidence attracts respect and opportunity. Arrogance repels collaboration, but humility invites it. Wealth grows faster in environments where cooperation exists. Value is not limited to work alone. The way a person listens, communicates, and treats others also creates value. Respectful presence opens doors that talent alone cannot. Ancient teachings emphasize that character is a form of currency. Those with strong character attract support, even in difficult times. When order and value consciousness work together, effort becomes efficient. Life stops feeling like resistance and starts feeling like partnership. Money arrives not because it is demanded, but because it is earned through alignment with principles that have governed prosperity for centuries. These laws operate quietly, consistently, and without favoritism. When they are honored, struggle decreases and stability increases naturally. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in attracting abundance, yet it is often underestimated. Many people focus solely on what they lack, constantly measuring themselves against others, and in doing so, create a vacuum of dissatisfaction. Ancient spiritual wisdom teaches that the energy of appreciation opens doors that effort alone cannot. When a person is truly thankful for what they already possess, they signal readiness to receive more. This is not simply polite acknowledgement, it is a deep internal recognition that life is already providing, even in small ways. Gratitude is a vibration, and life responds to vibration. Gratitude works in multiple dimensions. First, it shifts perception. When someone is constantly complaining or focused on scarcity, their attention is drawn to what is missing. This creates a feedback loop. The more they notice lack, the more lack seems to appear. Those who consciously practice gratitude break this loop. By focusing on what is present, no matter how small, the mind begins to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Ancient teachings emphasize that perception shapes reality. Wealth is often invisible until the mind is ready to recognize it. Gratitude also strengthens patience. When a person is thankful for what they have, they are less prone to impulsive decisions driven by fear or desire. This patience allows wealth to mature and grow. People who lack gratitude often chase after quick fixes, short-term gains, or speculative opportunities, only to face disappointment. By appreciating what exists now, one cultivates calm, long-term vision, which is essential for sustainable abundance. In the energy of gratitude, the flow of wealth is consistent, measured, and lasting. Another key aspect is that gratitude aligns a person with abundance as a natural rhythm. Ancient teachings describe life as a cycle of give and receive, ebb and flow. Gratitude is the recognition of the flow already present, which in turn invites more. When the mind appreciates small earnings, unexpected blessings, or simple comforts, it sends a signal to life. There is room for more. The universe, or the unseen systems that govern provision, respond to this readiness. Gratitude thus acts as a magnet, drawing resources, opportunities, and people who contribute to growth. Gratitude is closely connected to humility. Those who recognize their blessings understand that they are not solely the product of personal effort. Support from others, timing, and circumstances all play a role. By acknowledging these factors, a person remains open and flexible. Arrogance or entitlement, on the other hand, creates resistance. Life resists rigidity, but it responds generously to openness and appreciation. This is why the practice of gratitude is often highlighted as a foundational principle in spiritual teachings about wealth. The sixth law, detachment, is equally crucial but misunderstood. Detachment does not mean abandoning ambition or responsibility, it means removing obsessive pressure over outcomes. Many people exhaust themselves chasing money because they are emotionally attached to results. They stress over deadlines, fear failure, and panic at every obstacle. Detachment allows them to act effectively without being paralyzed or driven by anxiety. When attachment is loosened, the mind becomes clear, decisions become precise, and opportunities are noticed that were previously invisible. Detachment is closely linked to trust. A detached person trusts that life has mechanisms that support provision. They take action with intention, but without desperate grasping. Ancient spiritual understanding emphasizes that the energy of grasping repels wealth. It is like trying to catch water with clenched fists. The harder you squeeze, the less you hold. Detachment opens the hands, allowing flow. Those who receive effortlessly often embody this principle. They work diligently, plan carefully, and act with discipline, yet they remain emotionally relaxed regarding the outcomes. Detachment also removes fear, which is one of the primary blockages to abundance. Fear creates resistance, hesitation, and distraction. A person consumed by fear misses subtle signals of opportunity. When detachment is practiced, fear diminishes because there is faith that life will respond to consistent, aligned effort. This faith is not passive hope. It is an active trust built on awareness of cause and effect. People who are detached approach wealth like a river approaches the sea naturally, inevitably, and without struggle. Furthermore, detachment encourages creativity and adaptability. People who are overly fixated on a specific outcome often miss alternative paths to success. When attachment is loosened, the mind sees multiple routes to abundance. The universe has countless ways of delivering what is deserved. Attachment narrows perception. Detachment expands possibilities. Those who practice this principle often encounter unexpected opportunities, collaborations, and solutions that seem like serendipity but are actually the natural reward of clarity and openness. Detachment and gratitude together form a powerful combination. Gratitude attracts, while detachment allows the attraction to manifest without interference. One magnetizes abundance, the other clears the way for it to arrive. Ancient wisdom repeatedly emphasizes that wealth flows to those who honor both principles. Gratitude nurtures the energy of readiness, while detachment ensures that the flow is not blocked by fear, impatience, or desperation. The inner state becomes a fertile ground where resources, ideas, and opportunities naturally settle. Finally, practicing gratitude and detachment cultivates emotional balance. Financial decisions are rarely purely rational. Emotions play a critical role. When a person is anchored in appreciation and non-attachment, they make choices from a place of clarity rather than panic. Investments are wiser. Relationships with partners and collaborators are healthier, and personal energy remains high. Emotional stability is an invisible infrastructure for wealth, supporting all external actions without drawing unnecessary tension or friction. Through gratitude and detachment, life stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like a partnership. The mind, heart, and actions are aligned with the natural rhythms of abundance. Money, then, is not a goal to be chased, but a companion that responds to readiness, openness, and integrity. Those who master these principles do not just gain wealth, they maintain it, expand it, and use it in ways that honor both themselves and the systems around them. These are the timeless truths that ancient wisdom preserved for those ready to receive. Generosity is one of the most misunderstood yet powerful principles in attracting wealth. Many people view giving as a loss, as though offering resources, time, or energy diminishes their own ability to prosper. Ancient spiritual understanding, however, teaches the opposite. Circulation creates growth. Money, opportunities, and blessings flow in cycles, and when one releases what they have to benefit others, they signal trust in the abundance of life. Generosity is not random charity or showmanship. It is a conscious alignment with the flow of provision. Those who are wealthy without visible struggle understand that wealth is not possession but movement. Giving begins with intention. Random giving without thought does not have the same energetic impact as giving with purpose. When a person provides value, support, or resources to others in alignment with their skills and capacities, the act creates resonance. The universe, or the unseen systems that govern wealth, responds to this resonance. People who give consistently, whether through mentoring, assisting, or sharing material resources, develop a magnetic energy that attracts further provision. Ancient wisdom emphasizes that energy in motion multiplies. What is released with goodwill often returns amplified. Another aspect of generosity is timing. Giving is most powerful when it flows naturally, not out of obligation or guilt. Many people delay or restrict generosity because they fear scarcity, believing that holding on will protect them. In reality, hesitation creates blockages. Those who attract abundance effortlessly give when they feel compelled, understanding that circulation is not a zero-sum game. Life operates in cycles. When one opens the hand at the right moment, doors that were previously closed often open in unexpected ways. Timing, paired with sincere intention, ensures that giving becomes a force of creation rather than mere ritual. Generosity also strengthens trust and connection. Relationships are a key vector through which abundance flows. People who give thoughtfully inspire loyalty, cooperation, and collaboration. Ancient teachings note that wealth rarely arrives in isolation. It is often the product of networks, opportunities, and partnerships. By providing value and support first, individuals create fertile ground for reciprocal flow. Trust, built through repeated acts of genuine contribution, multiplies opportunities. Those who attract wealth without struggle often maintain a network of mutually supportive connections precisely because of consistent generosity. Generosity is not limited to wealth. Time, energy, attention, and knowledge are all forms of currency. Sharing these resources fosters influence and capability. A person who invests time mentoring others, teaching skills, or providing guidance often sees unexpected financial returns. The energy of giving expands influence, and influence naturally attracts resources. Ancient wisdom repeatedly teaches that the greatest wealth flows to those who enrich others first. Wealth is drawn to contribution, not selfish accumulation. The final principle, patience, complements generosity perfectly. Wealth that comes through alignment, value, gratitude, and giving requires time to mature. Patience is the recognition that life has its own rhythm and that rushing provision can disrupt it. Many people are impatient, wanting quick returns or immediate results. Impatience leads to hasty decisions, shortcuts, and sometimes losses. Ancient spiritual laws emphasize that enduring wealth emerges from consistent principles practiced over time, not sudden luck or fleeting windfalls. Those who receive money effortlessly often cultivate patience as a silent discipline. They understand that timing is as important as action. Patience also relates to trust in the process. When a person is patient, they are less reactive to setbacks. They do not panic when an opportunity seems delayed or when circumstances appear unfavorable. Instead, they maintain focus on alignment, value creation, gratitude, and generosity. This steadiness allows wealth to flow into life organically. Patience removes emotional turbulence that can obstruct energy, creating a stable environment in which financial growth is nurtured. Ancient wisdom repeatedly connects patience to the concept of readiness. Only those prepared to sustain abundance can truly receive it fully. Another aspect of patience is long-term vision. Those who attract wealth effortlessly rarely think in terms of immediate gratification. They plan, invest, and act with foresight. This perspective allows them to recognize opportunities that others overlook. The ability to delay gratification, maintain discipline, and nurture projects over time compounds results. Wealth becomes not just a momentary gain, but a sustained, growing resource. Patience ensures that the structures created through value, generosity, and integrity endure, creating stability across years and even generations. Patience also teaches resilience. Life is never perfectly linear. Challenges, setbacks, and fluctuations are inevitable. Those who practice patience learn to navigate these variations without losing focus or energy. They understand that temporary obstacles are part of the broader system of flow. Wealth is preserved and multiplied when it is met with steady management, clear judgment, and calm response. Emotional stability, cultivated through patience, protects against impulsive reactions that can diminish accumulated gains. Generosity and patience together form a synergistic dynamic. Generosity creates a channel for abundance to enter, while patience allows it to settle, grow, and multiply without disruption. One opens the doors, the other ensures that the blessings remain and expand. Ancient teachings describe this combination as a balance of giving and receiving, action and waiting, energy and timing. Those who master these principles experience not just financial ease, but a profound sense of security, freedom, and alignment with the natural rhythms of life. In practice, generosity and patience transform the approach to wealth entirely. Instead of anxiety-driven accumulation, financial life becomes a conscious practice of contribution, trust, and endurance. People who embody these principles do not chase money, they cultivate environments, relationships, and personal habits that naturally attract provision. Wealth is not merely a reward for effort, but a reflection of inner states, principles, and alignment. Over time,